You are currently leaking life force, and the most tragic part is that you are doing it voluntarily. You aren't bleeding from a wound you can see, but from a fracture in your spirit. Every hour you spend defending your character to people who have already decided you are the villain, you lose. Every night you spend paralyzed by the ghost of a social blunder from years ago. You are paying a debt you never owed. You categorize this mental torture as being conscientious or having high emotional intelligence. The brutal reality is far simpler. You are a captive to the perceptions of others. Machiavelli would view the modern individual, racked by social dread and a desperate hunger for likes, as a domesticated subject who has traded his sovereignty for a comfortable cage. We are conditioned to believe that emotional detachment is a pathology, a sign of a cold heart. We are told that caring about everything is the peak of virtue. This is the grand deception that keeps you manageable. The capacity to be indifferent isn't a flaw. It's the ultimate psychological armor. True power belongs to those who no longer need to be liked. The courtier is a slave to the king's mood, the weather and the gossip in the hallway. The sovereign is only concerned with the expansion of his territory. You are currently exhausted because you are attempting to manage 1,000 variables that do not matter. Most of your daily crises are mere illusions, generated by a brain that is still trying to survive a wilderness that no longer exists. To find peace, you must master the art of the freeze. This isn't about cruelty. It is about strategic preservation. I'm going to show you how to sever the digital and social nerves that keep you twitching at every notification. But be warned, once you adopt this perspective, the world will change. You will lose the friends who only valued your availability. You will become an enigma to those who thrive on drama. If you are ready to stop the leak, listen closely. We must first diagnose why you are so easily manipulated. It is a biological glitch. For millennia, being cast out from the tribe meant literal death. Your brain still thinks a dislike is a death sentence. Your amygdala is screaming predator because someone didn't reply to your message. You are running primitive survival code in a high-tech era. You are wasting vital adrenaline on things that cannot physically touch you. Stop fighting ghosts with your real blood. Machiavelli observed that humans are naturally fickle and motivated primarily by their own security. He didn't say this to be cynical. He said it so you could stop being surprised by it. Most people spend their existence shape-shifting to avoid a frown. They apologize for breathing. They are marionettes dancing for an audience that isn't even watching. The first step toward the throne is recognizing that your social anxiety is a lie. That heavy feeling in your stomach isn't your conscience. It's an outdated survival reflex. When you feel the urge to explain, to please, or to fix a stranger's opinion, you must halt. Observe the impulse, like a biologist looking at a specimen. You aren't in danger. You are just in a social loop. There is an old story of a ruler who was mocked by a beggar. The guards moved to strike, but the ruler didn't even break his stride. He didn't look back. He didn't defend his name. He simply continued his walk as if the beggar were a gust of wind. This is the law of disdain. When you react, you validate. When you get angry, you admit the other person has the remote control to your nervous system. You have promoted a nobody to the rank of an equal. The art of not caring is the art of deletion. It is not about holding in your anger. That is a slow poison. It is about realizing the target is too insignificant to warrant an emotion in the first place. You must adopt the cosmic perspective. In 10 years, will this comment exist? In the grand timeline of the universe, does this awkward moment matter? Zoom out until the problem looks like a grain of sand. And Majesty is incompatible with pettiness. You cannot be a leader while you are busy being offended. The next time someone baits you, give them nothing. A blank stare. A slow blink. Then return to your work. Silence is the most terrifying response because it denies the other person their reality. You are a miser with your emotional currency. You have a finite amount of care to spend each day. Are you going to spend it on traffic? On a rude email? On a person you don't even respect? Or will you hoard that energy for your own empire? Become the cold surgeon of your own life. When the stakes are high, the surgeon who cares too much has shaking hands. The one who is detached is the one who saves the patient. Focus on the execution, not the applause. Fortune favors the bold, and the bold are those who act with a calculated disregard for the opinions of the gallery. Detachment is magnetic. Neediness is a repellent. If you found value in this audit of the soul, like this video and join us at Winds of Thought. This is a transition from being prey to being the architect. The price of your freedom is the willingness to be misunderstood. The price of your power is the courage to stand alone. Are you willing to pay it? Most will choose the comfort of the herd. But you are here because you know there is a better way. Stay cold, build your world, disappear into your work,